wish we could do some things a little different in the end, play a little better. Played way too soft at the end to let them go down the field 50 yards to get field goal range. So, you know, I think that the big thing that our players need to do is learn, you know, from this experience. Have more respect for playing with discipline so we don't get penalties, we don't help the other team, we don't make mental errors that help the other team. But I also told the players that we can accomplish every goal that we've had start at the beginning of the season. You know, there's no room for error in the West. We went out in the West, we can win the West, and, you know, still have a chance to go to the SEC championship game. So, but I think the key to the drill is you got to learn from these experiences. You got to learn from the mistakes that you made. You never improve if you can't learn from the mistakes that you make. So, and obviously, you know, we got a lot of work to do. I hope everybody, you know, is all in on trying to do that work so that we can improve and, you know, play better. I thought Bryce played really well in the game. Made a lot of plays offensively. Just didn't get it done on defense when we had the chance. And then their last drive when they tied the game up, got a third down penalty, got a fourth down penalty that, you know, led to their score to tie the game, and, you know, had an opportunity, needed to get a little closer for the field goal kick, and we didn't get that done.
Questions? Katie?
Coach, you talked about doing things differently at the end. On offense, when the ball got down to 30, what was kind of the strategy throwing it 3 straight times? Was it trying to set up the field goal, or were trying to score a touchdown?
No, we were trying to move it closer. And we thought that they were blitzing and had a load of block box a lot. And, you know, thought we could make plays in the passing game. You know, Jameer had a chance to make a play. Well, that's the best thing that we did all night. So, you know, that's how we thought we could get it closer. When I say that, I don't mean we should have ran it instead of pass it. I didn't mean that at all. You know, they were blitzing and we were in empty, so you got to throw the ball hot, and we didn't do it exactly right.
Mason?
Coach, the Tennessee offense was moving really fast in the first half, but defense did respond with 3 consecutive stops. How do you think the defense responded to the no-huddle offense by Tennessee?
Yeah, well, I don't think the no-huddle offense was the issue for us. I think it was covering their receivers and allowing way too many big plays. They created a lot of mismatches. We were trying to play nickel, so they were trying to get their best receivers on their safeties. And, you know, they did it a couple times, and we gave up big plays. We started dropping 8 guys. That helped us in the second quarter. We did the same thing in the third quarter. We played some dime, so we'd have better matchups against them. So we made some good adjustments in the game, but you know, just gave up too many big plays. And even in the second half, they scored on big plays.
The back?
Earlier in the week, you talked about consistency. What's the biggest thing that you want to see change in order to achieve that?
Well, I think you can't have consistency unless you have discipline and execution, and I mentioned that earlier. So it's not just penalties. It's just, did I block the right guy? Did I do it the right way? Did I cover the right guy? Did I cover him the right way? Did I rush the passer the right way? Did we run the stunt, stop the run, stay in my gap? You know, all those things are little things that you have to pay attention to detail on so that you play together as a unit. And, you know, we'll watch the film, but obviously when you give up 49 points, there's things that we need to do much, much better on defense. And, you know, we need to be able to take advantage of the situation we had on offense at the end of the game, although the offense did a really good job of moving the ball, keeping the ball, and scoring points.
Questions? Carrie?
Coach, we always hear that elusive word momentum. In a game like this with the crowd noise and you see that speed on their offense just continuing to drive the ball down the field, how much does that play a part in this, and how do you counter that?
Well, I don't think I thought the offense handled the crowd noise extremely well. You know, we were able to go on and clap, and, you know, the motion penalties that we had, a couple of them had nothing to do, got moved with no clap, no nothing, just, I don't know why, but so, but I thought we handled the noise extremely well, you know, They had a great crowd. The crowd did a great job in the game. And, you know, we changed the momentum of the game several times. We just weren't able to take advantage of it by getting enough stops on defense.
Joe?
What are your thoughts on the decisive pass interference penalty by Dwayne Anderson?
I can't really comment on it. It's hard to see when it's down in the corner. You know, I thought the guy made a good swat on the ball, and we intercepted the tip ball. And you know, we had another one on 3rd and 6. Guy had good coverage on the guy. So I don't know. I think, you know, pass interference is one of the most controversial calls in college football, you know, right now. And you know, I've talked about it before, but just inconsistency in how it gets called, not just on those calls, but in all calls. And you know, officials do the best they can, and I'm not making any negative comments about what they call it.
Finish up here with Katie.
Despite the loss, how impressive is it what Bryce was able to do today after not being able to practice and kind of speaking back and getting more receivers involved?
Well, I had total trust and confidence that he had practiced enough that he wasn't going to forget how to play quarterback, and he didn't. So even though he wasn't able to practice, especially throwing the ball as much in the passing game, getting him healthy so that he could go out there and throw it effectively was probably the most important thing. And I think the way our medical staff managed that gave him the best opportunity to do it. And he obviously came through and played really well today.
All right, Coach, that's all we got. Thank you.
All right.